Does that make sense? In that kind of an atmosphere, culture science will not progress and prosper. You can pass a million resolutions, but that will not happen. Then the reference was made this morning to the Science and Technology Policy Statement that was issued by the government by the Prime Minister. Now that Science and Technology Policy Statement is a wish list. And if wishes were horses, we would ride them. It doesn't tell you what are the problems facing science and technology education. It just says this is what you want to do, you want to produce Nobel Prize winners. Easiest thing to say. But have you analyzed what are the problems, where are the problems, how can we solve these problems? Before you acquire the right to make such statements and such wishes. It just doesn't talk about that. In fact, we have taken the Yashpal Committee's report. I'll every one of you to look at the Yashpal Committee's report. It's a marvelous report. It talks about the problems that we face today in the area of education, higher education, and what should we do to be able to solve those problems. Let me just mention one or two of them, and then I will close. For example, take the case of affiliated colleges. Almost all of them private colleges. Over 20,000 affiliated colleges in India. Tell me which country has just about 150 functional universities. I'm not talking of Sanskrit or Telugu University, which are sectorial, but where there are more than a few faculties. There are just about 150 such universities. Total number is about 600. And we have 23,000 affiliated colleges. Almost all of them set up to make money. They don't pay their teachers well. They don't pay their teachers, get their signatures for something else, pay something else. And the Yashpal Committee's report has said, well, out of these 22,000 colleges, maybe 3,000-4,000 are good enough. And these are those which are good enough, almost all of them are run by trusts. I went to Kottayam and went to St. Lucia's College. Excellent college, 10,000 students. First-rate laboratories, very bright students. Trust-run college, not a commercial college. Why cannot it be converted to a university? I went to University of Kottayam also. The college is far better, 2 orders of magnitude better than the university. Why it cannot be a university? So take 2,000 of these 22,000 colleges, convert them to universities. Give them help. Each university with a maximum strength of 10,000. Delhi University has 500,000 students. Can a university survive with 500,000 students? Can you manage such a university? If you take all the affiliated colleges, all the teachers, constantly they have a problem. 10,000 should perhaps be the upper limit. And then ask the rest of the colleges, maybe another 2,000, 5 years, to come up to certain prescribed standards, and the rest of them convert into ITIs, Industrial Training Institutes. Why can't we do that? That's the Yashpal Committee's recommendation. So there are solutions available. So I have shared with you some of my concerns and reasons why we do not have students going to science. And why bright students with their mind of their own, who have analytical capability, especially not going to science. Solutions are clearly visible to us. As I said, as far as school system is concerned, work towards having a common school system, neighborhood school, as United States has, France has, Germany has, Finland has, Ireland has, the most successful countries in the world. They all have a common school system. So you go to a school, so once the French education minister told me, you tell me the age of your child, I'll tell you where the child is, I'll tell you what the child is doing just now. Doesn't matter whether the child is rich or poor, it doesn't matter. They all go to the same system. That's not so here in the US. So work towards a common school system, which would mean equal access to school education, irrespective of your means, for every child in the country. Being education up to 12 years of school compulsory and free, and of the same standard everywhere. And as far as higher education is concerned, follow Yashpal Committee's report. Yashpal Committee's the report gives us point by point what we should do, list all the problems that face us. Let me just give you one other problem. Some years ago, I was asked by somebody in Osmania University to address new lecturers. At that time, I think 168 position lecturers were filled, and out of them, 80 or 90 were science lecturers, and I was supposed to speak to them. So I went to speak to them, and I asked the course coordinator, I said, where are they from? He said with a great sense of pride, sir, they are all from Andhra Pradesh. I said, from Andhra Pradesh? He said, sir, they are all from Osmania University. Now, to me, I was shocked. I mean, any good university has a rule that they will never employ their own intelligence on the staff. And here, everybody was from the same university. In breeding. I mean, you mean that there was nowhere else there was anyone suitable for appointment as a lecturer? And when I talked to them, I was even further shocked, because they just didn't understand one word of what I said. It didn't mean anything to them. And yes, I forgot to mention to you one other point, and that is science communication. You see, in the world of today, we need to advertise. Now, normally advertisement means telling a lie. All advertisements are lies. But we need to communicate to people about the importance of science, as President Kalam said. Lives of great men all remind us they could break our lives of life, and departing leave behind us footprints on the sand of time. So let's talk about them. Let's talk about Indian successes. Let's talk about success of the Department of Space, Department of Atomic Energy, Department of Ocean Development. So there have been remarkable successes that we have had. So why don't we talk about those successes, men and women behind those successes? We only have, in the supplement to all our national dailies, we only have actors and sportsmen. We never have a scientist. But there are a large number of scientists whose lives have been amazingly interesting. So why can't we have these pages, at least some of them be devoted to the love lives of scientists, not the love lives of sportsmen and film stars. After all, the scientists also have problems in their lives. We don't talk about it. So I think we need science communicators. In fact, I told the Vice Chancellor of the Indira Gandhi Open University many years ago to start a course on science journalism. It sort of almost decision was taken that they will start a course, but at the last moment something happened and the course was not started. I believe that some universities have aided through all sponsored by Vigyan Prasad, and I believe the director of Vigyan Prasad is here, right? So he will confirm it to us that some universities do have science schools, but we have not been able to get enough information about it. So I think we should seriously think of persuading the UGC to, if these courses are there, to support these courses. If not, then courses must be started on science communication. And science communication must take into account the changed mood of the society. That today, the methodology that would work 30 years ago to persuade somebody to do something, that methodology will not work today. So we must take into account the changed environment. So, ladies and gentlemen, there are these very obvious and valid reasons why students don't go to science, just as there are very obvious solutions to these problems. And let me just close by repeating these solutions. As far as school education is concerned, work towards a common school system. Get your teachers right, their motivations right. Let the government be committed to scientific temper and not engage into activities which are totally unscientific. And as far as higher education is concerned, adopt the Yashpal Committee report, as I said, takes care of affiliated colleges, what I call the cancer on our education system, is affiliated colleges. Stop it bleeding and so on. So there are about 40 major suggestions in that report that should be followed. Well, thank you for giving me this opportunity to be with you. I'm sorry I wouldn't be able to be with you for the rest of the seminar, much as I would have loved to do so, but I unfortunately have to go out to Hyderabad. Thank you very much.